First of all, congratulations, Venu, on clearing PMP with all above target. So that is an interesting thing. So yesterday I was deleting something from my mobile, so that picture came up when
Oh,
you came to my office in Dubai when I was in Dubai, and you told me like how to put the strap for the Apple smartwatch Ultra 2. So yeah, so it was a great time. The picture pop up. So Venu, first question: did you read the book?
yes, I read that book.
You read the book. How much?
Yes.
Complete book?
One time I revised completely
Ah.
because, yeah. So I think whatever that is mentioned in that book is very much you covered in 3, 4 times when I revised all those YouTube videos or mastery series actually.
Hmm.
So if you want to have a quick recap from book side when you don't have access to the net and all, so it's easy to revise all key topics from that book.
Hmm.
You know, like
Hmm.
for example, if you're traveling, if you don't have access to network and or videos or YouTube. So
Hmm.
it's easy to go through
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Interestingly, I wrote the book only for one purpose, for those people who who basically uh, who love to read book, only for those people. But it's good to see how even those people, how the traveling things that I never even foresee. But yeah, that is a good thing to look into that, that you may have to travel. And yeah, I'm happy about that thing. Okay, okay, the
What I
book
did
is.
is when I was going through that book, I just took a highlighter and highlighted wherever I failed
Hmm.
in some exams where critical points that I want to remember when I'm doing a quick recap and all. So that
Hmm.
helped me to review that book even before exams one time. Yeah.
Okay, that's an important thing. Let's go and talk about the exam. How did you manage time in the exam?
Um, Exam time, actually, I tried to follow what you mentioned, like 80, 75, 75 breakdown.
Hmm.
I finished my first set in less than 70 minutes, I think 69 or 68 minutes.
Hmm.
But second set, the questions are a little bit lengthy, and I
Hmm.
took almost like 80, 82 or 84 minutes. I don't exactly remember, but it's
Hmm.
more than 80 for sure. And
Hmm.
third set, I tried to finish it faster because, like you mentioned, the third set will be easier. So it was pretty easy, the third set. Yeah.
Hmm. So third set was comparatively easier as compared to other sessions. That's what
Correct,
we are
correct.
saying.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 That's an interesting thing to look into that. Okay. So which questions were more related in the exam? Like if we put in the questions, how would you categorize the questions? Were the questions more from agile, stakeholder, communication? Which area had more questions?
For me, it's maybe I would say 50% agile and agile and stakeholder connected another 30%, and then maybe 10% on predictive. Yeah, I would say
10,
that way.
10% predictive. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. More majorly, it's agile.
Majorly agile. Okay,
Yeah.
let's say you have to start your journey from zero. You took your time. You are a one-to-one student, so you took your time. So how we could have done it in 4 to 6 weeks?
Actually, in my case, I had some personal conflicts which I mean, didn't let me to finish it in 3 to 6 weeks time frame. But towards this last, before my exam, I mean, I was pretty serious in terms of trying to wrap this up and give my exam. My suggestion to the people here in this call is like. I mean, we everybody will have this tendency to do perfection when we are doing some exams like this, like that you want to be perfect in every module and all. So, like what Amir says, just going through that module once and then doing the MCQs that he gives and do the RCA. You don't need to be 100% on that. Just try to learn like what you did mistake in that exam and then move to the next module. Most important thing I find it is doing number of mocks than revising the same content multiple times. Mocks will prepare you to two things: one, for the time management; second, on the logical reasoning, how you are eliminating and how you are going to the right answer. So
Mm.
this is very important for you to be ready for the exam. I
This
feel,
is this is kind of an important thing when you are getting ready for the exam. That's
आते
what
मला जाणवलं लगेच.
that's what we are. Virtually mute yourself. Virtually, yeah. Okay. So, uh, how many drag and drop questions were there in the exam?
For me, I got only two, and two are pretty simple. It's like one question is 3 by 3 drag and drop, another question is 4 by 4 drag and drop, and very easy. Yeah.
Very easy. Okay. Any critical path questions?
No, not on critical path. I got this burn up chart like a scope edition question, and
Scope addition, like where the Skype is, spike is,
yes,
things of those nature. Okay, okay. Uh,
and only one numerical problem that I got in the entire exam, and
hmm.
that numerical is straight away from your ATP question, so I don't have to do
That
that as well.
the same question that we did multiple time.
Correct, correct,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Okay. I hope you were able to do the question without calculation.
Actually, I remember the answer also.
$35,000.
Yes, yes, that's right.
If I remember, you should also remember the same question. Okay. Okay, guys. Guys, I'm opening the question answer session. Raza Saab, he cleared from UAE. He's a one-to-one student. So looking forward that you become the next one. I really want this Venu from your side. They say that charity begins at home. I will say charity begins with friend. So start with Ratna. Try to push him.
Definitely,
Each
definitely.
one teach one is the mantra of the game. How important in the entire journey the follow-up system was?
Actually, I really need to thank you for that, for your persistence in pushing me. I know sometimes I have pretty demanding from my personal side, which doesn't let me to prepare as per your expectation. But sometimes I push myself when I see how encouraging you are, because I feel sometimes very bad for not progressing much. But definitely, your one-on-one engagement in terms of preparing me helped me a lot here, I would say.
Okay. Let's talk about coaching call. You are right now in the coaching call. How important this coaching call is for everybody to join?
This is like a 1 hour coaching call. I mean, you don't know. 100% engagement is I would suggest, because even though if you don't have time to prepare, at least you will have this kind of logical elimination in terms of doing these MCQs, and it will give a quick recap on all those elements that you touch based when you are revising those modules,
Mm,
and it will also prepare you to do these multiple variations in terms of questions. Like, for example, when you are doing this with the team, you
mm,
will have some kind of a logic while eliminating, and
mm,
you will get to know like how other people are thinking as well. Like
mm,
sometimes we tend to have a kind of what I say subconscious elimination, which will bias us in making the decision rightly.
mm,
But when you hear people along with you, like how they are assessing that elimination and then coming up to the conclusion, then it will open a different perspective, and then it will help you to think in that way next time when you are eliminating or doing these MCQs.
mm. Okay, okay, that is great. How important this certified PMP group is for everybody?
That's to be frank, I didn't engage too much in that, but I had, whenever I see people actively engaging in that mastermind group, um, it was easy for me. Like at the end of the day, I used to go through all the questions that were put by a lot of people in that group. So even though if I don't get time to do the mocks, at least when I go through all these difficult questions, what people are facing, so, and how the explanation is being provided for them, it will give a revision for me as well at the end of the day. And I would request all of the team here in the call, if you don't have time to spend some time for this preparation, at least go through those mastermind questions whatever been added on that day, so that at least you will quickly recap at least some good amount of questions where people are generally having confusion at.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Generally, okay. Let's start the journey from zero, and you are doing the PMP today. You have
Yeah.
1 month, and your schedule is clear. what advice you would give me five top advice that you would do, five things to make sure you become PMP in minimum possible time.
Yeah, then I would suggest you master all these topics like agile, stakeholder, communication, team,
Mm,
majorly, and then you go through the rest of the modules one time and quickly go to the mocks. I mean,
quickly go to the
whatever the questions that you do along with every module, you start the mocks straight away. And 180 mocks are really critical. Along
mm,
with that 60 mocks, 180 mocks will give you a confidence, to be
mm,
frank, how you are managing these 180 questions in the limited time what you have. And
mm,
I mean, initially, I felt like I wouldn't be able to do this exam sitting 4 hours continuously, to be frank,
mm,
like 2 30 minutes. But then later, once I started doing random mocks and all these 180 mocks, I got used to it, to be frank. And
mm,
then it was not that difficult.
mm,
And most importantly, when you are doing these 180 mocks, also try to take that 10 minutes break what is allowed, even in the final actual exam as well. The 10 minutes break, if you manage properly to control your anxiety and refresh your brain so that you will focus on the next 60 questions. Yeah.
Okay. Any critical path question?
No, I didn't get that.
Okay. Is it a time box session or we can end the session whenever? Like 10-minute break. After 60 question, you get a 10. Can you please expand on that regarding the break?
Yeah, basically you have the provision to take that 10 minutes break, but you can skip it and do your exam also. It's all in your control. Okay, but I strongly recommend you to take that 10 minutes break and do that exam so that you have some time to take a deep breath and then refresh your brain so that you can focus on the next 60 mcqs. you know you have the ability. I mean technically you can break it down however you want, that 60 questions in that 2 30 minute span what they are giving, but you have the luxury to take 2 10 minute breaks. And like every 60 minutes you have, every 60 questions you have one break that you can take, which is off for 10 minutes. So just take a bite or snack or drink water and walk. For the first break, I took around 7 minutes. But the second break, I took complete 10 minutes. I went outside and I took fresh air and then I walked and then I came back. And third 60 questions, I was like, I finished it in maybe around 54 minutes or so. I think so.
54 minutes. So that's
Yeah.
an interesting thing to look into the context, how things happened and how we did the things. Guys, anyone has any question they would like to ask, unmute yourself and please go ahead. You can ask the question directly to him. This guy cleared. The reason I keep bringing these people just to motivate you. Maybe this time you get motivated. I do follow up with you just for this purpose. And you have seen in the last few days, I have started doing more follow up with you, personal, even with the one-to-one student as group students. I want to make sure that every single person get this thing done. I want to clear my product backlog, which you guys are. And yeah, if anyone has any question, please go ahead.
Uh,
Go ahead,
Hey,
Om Prakash.
yeah, thank you. First of all, Venu, many congratulations on clearing the exam. Venu, two questions. So one, when did you get the confidence that you wanted to take the exam? Two, what was last 2 weeks of your preparation before exam was like?
okay, so I will be very pretty realistic here. Okay, so I never got the confidence for giving the exam. What I decided is that I kept a target. So this is the day I want to give the exam. I took like um, uh, I think 5 weeks of time frame, and I booked the exam directly, and then I marched towards that date. And and surprisingly, once I did my 180 MCQs, like 180 mocks, I'm pretty confident that I will do it. But once when Amirali suggested me to do these 60 random mocks, actually those are pretty tough actually. Then I started getting scores maybe like 65, 70 like that. Then I was confused like, is my preparation enough? Then he said that I am already ready and just go and give the exam. Then I went ahead and then I realized that what he said is right. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was an interesting thing for everybody who is doing random mocks. So you don't need to worry if you get a very bad score in there. Sahar, especially talking to you, you don't need to get worried about it. Those mocks are designed in a way to check you in the worst environment. Okay, guys, anyone else has any question that they would like to ask for Vinu? Vinu, each one teach one is the mantra of the game. I want you to walk into that. Secondly, make 10 questions of PMP and please send me. I use those questions in PMP marathon. Okay, so looking
I'll,
forward for that thing. Send me your picture. I'll put a thumbnail. Otherwise, the same picture where I'm giving you book, I'm gonna put that picture there. Okay.
I'll send.
Yeah.
I'll send.
So we will talk about the other PGMP later on, maybe after the coaching call. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you.